I'm Thadeous Cooper. I am the head of brand for Astro Gaming, so I'm in charge of all of the marketing research we do, all the product launches, and helping define kind of the course of the brand for Astro Gaming. Edge is really defined about kind of growth, right? And Edge is about where the future is, right? What people need. There's a lot about what people want, but what we need is those things that really kind of drive people to leave the old behind and kind of pick up the new. We are kind of looking in multiple directions right now, right? There's an aesthetic direction, there is this direction of style and kind of self-expression. The self-expression, that's our Astro ID program, so that's what's behind me right now. That's us giving our fans the ability to not just put some speaker tags on their headset, but really take full control over ideating their headset, kind of creating and designing their own. We'll build it for you, you just tell us what it's supposed to look like. We're launching a new speaker tag customizer that gives fans the ability to upload their own art, customize their speaker tag how they want, and then work with a ton of different artists, musicians. We're working with game partners, all sorts of different designers to put a ton of kind of pre-generated art so people can have their headset looking exactly how they want. It's going to be able to help them celebrate, their favorite games, their favorite movies. It's going to open up tons of stuff. But then there's also the technology, right? There's self-expression, but then there's technology. We just announced our partnership with the CDL, which is the Call of Duty League. So we're working with the Call of Duty League as the official headset sponsor, but that means our team is also spending time at every event with the tournament organizers looking at what do pro players need? What are their audio requirements? Like what does comfort mean for them? What is it that they need to do a better job or take their game to the next level? Because if we can take like a Call of Duty pro player and help him raise his KD, right? Help him raise his awareness in the game, help him get a better situational awareness of what's going on through audio, then we're going to be able to help the average gamer at home do the same thing, right? So we're working with some of the most demanding sports athletes, esports athletes, to define what their needs are and then develop products that meet those needs. And then when we do that, we're going to start using that technology to create new headsets for people at home. And that's kind of the Astro method. It's what we've been doing for years. It's where the A40 and the Mix Amp came from. A lot of the products that you see, a lot of the features in the A50s, the A10s, the A20s, all of that stuff comes from working with these pro players, kind of creating this elite space. But then, we also have done things like with our controller, looking at kind of like that very high-end, very elite kind of style of design and modularity, that same customization that we brought to the headsets, and taking things like module systems that allow you to swap the way your controller is configured so it fits in your hand the way you want it to, right? It allows you to replace parts so you don't have to keep buying new controllers, but you can use the same one for a long time. The software side of the customization lets you fine-tune it to be responsive to exactly what your needs are. So it adds an accessibility angle to it. I have, not to get too personal, but I have what's called chronic neuropathy. That's where I've lost feeling in my right hand. So I am actually able to set tension in a dead zone in my right thumbstick that allows me to actually aim a lot better. My thumb jerks a lot, and so like when I'm playing FPSs and stuff, I aim all over the place, but by adding some dead zone and lowering the sensitivity, I've gotten back a lot of my KD ratio being able to do that. So we're kind of taking this aesthetic approach of design and personalization and customization and this technology approach of high-end gaming and accessibility, and we're trying to create a company that brings both of those together and creates a very lifestyle aspect of gaming that allows us to celebrate everybody who's in gaming, musicians, artists, game developers, streamers, all the way up to esports athletes. I would definitely say we've always kind of referred to ourselves as Ferrari, right? Like we'd like to think of ourselves there. I'm an Aston Martin man, right? Very, very luxury design, looks good, also is going to go really fast for you. But I think the real way to look at it is more like what kind of race are we running, right? You can look at some companies that are very tech-driven, that every year they have new headsets coming out, and the headset is just a little bit different but has a brand new tech, maybe gets like another hour of battery life or another half a foot of range or something like that. That's definitely your Formula One racers. It's very much just the technical refinement every year. Astro Gaming is a lot more about how do we merge that lifestyle, that aesthetic, and the high performance, which I think is what puts us a little more in that Ferrari area. We're doing the race track testing, we have the race team, but we're taking all that stuff back and we're putting it into a really beautiful car that everybody's going to want to drive. We're really trying to develop the products that The reason Ferrari and Lamborghini are Ferrari and Lamborghini is because people have posters of those cars on their wall. I grew up with a Lamborghini Countach on my wall, right? That's the kind of products we want to create. Not just something that goes fast, but it goes fast and you want it. You want to be the person in that. We want you to feel like you want to be that person in our headsets. So that's what we're creating. I think one of the things that ASTRO has really dedicated ourselves to over the last couple of years is growing the content creator community. We've created a really cool influencer program. The team that has been around that has been really dedicated to spending time and building relationships with influencers. We've just launched a music program. Sarah Dope, who has just come on our team as our non-endemic influencer manager, has been doing an amazing job of bringing some awesome talent to the table, which really helps us do things like reach a culture that gaming has, I think, kind of left alone for a long time. I think there's a lot of underserved, and there's a lot of people who are attached to the music scene who love gaming but don't feel like they've been really part of the gaming message. And I think that we're really kind of taking that out to a much wider audience. Yeah, I think that's something that we're really focused on, and I think it's going to go really, it's going to be big. Just want to say thanks to PAX, the Penny Arcade crew, for letting us come out here every year, letting us be the official headset of PAX, the community who shows up every year to hang out in our booth and just keep telling us what they want from us and what they love and what they don't like. We're always trying to listen, so we love having you guys all in our booth. We love it when you come and hang out with us.